What is up, y'all, man? We are back with another video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. It's right there. It's right there. Just hit it. It only takes a few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, let's jump into this Bill Burr. It says he doesn't take crap from anybody. Now, I don't know what that means, but as far as what the video content's about to be about, I don't know if he's going to go off on people or what, but it's about to be 12 minutes and 4 seconds of hilariousness. I hope. Let's go.
I'm sitting here with Mr. Bill Burr, who has joined me for another exciting segment of Talk Your Way Out of It. Okay, Bill.
Okay.
You're at your girlfriend's sister's house. Sister's just had a baby. Cute little baby, 3-4 months old, when they're just a blob of squishiness. Very cute.
All right.
Comes over, hands you the baby. You're sitting in the living room on the armchair. You're holding the baby up. Baby keeps putting his little feet right on your crotch. Wiggling around his soft little feet. Pushing, stomping like grapes.
All right.
You start to feel a natural physiological response to that.
Yet for some reason I don't move the baby. I just let it continue to step on my junk.
In this situation, yes.
Yeah. Okay, absolutely.
So now,
Right. Why would you not move the baby?
in Talk Your Way Out of It, everything makes sense.
Okay.
So now you're at, I'm going to call 3/4 mast. The sister comes over to grab the baby because it started to cry.
I'm wearing sweatpants.
You got sweatpants on. Sister picks up the baby. The mother, your girl, the sister, all look down. They see it. Talk your way out of it.
I mean, what was I supposed to do? It was stepping on my dick. Was I supposed to throw it on the floor? I mean, it's a fucking baby. It's over here like it's trying to make wine on my cock and balls. You know? You fucking hold it. See what happens to your dick. Happy holidays.
There's no way
I
he's
try to
going to
get
say
this-
that. There's no way he would say that. Oh, my God.
have tangible that I can pay off. I have a house, it's paid off. But even that doesn't mean anything.
My
What I've
bad
learned in
if I
my
didn't hear
adult
that.
life is that it is until it isn't. So that is my house, and I do have that, until they say it isn't. And then what am I going to do? What am I going to do if somebody comes up to my house who has authority and has a weapon? What am I going to do? I guess I could get a gun, squeeze off a few and take 2 in the neck, and then it's over. But it's basically, it's mine until they say it isn't. I could have done that dumb thing where you just like, look, all I want to know is what's the payment. And that's, you hear the shackles, and then you're just on this thing that just takes you under. Or you can buy something that you can kick the out of the principal, which is what you want to do, because that whole that your life, that your house is gaining value. It's gaining value for the bank because you're paying interest. So it's like as your house is gaining this amount of value, you're paying this amount of interest. So, and then with all the upkeep and all the taxes and all the crap, water damage, whatever is going to happen to your house, it's like in the end of it, after 30 years of this crap, you're lucky if you break even. It's a terrifying place to live, by the way, Los Angeles. Living in this mirage where, there's no water supply. If I could give anybody advice, I guess on money, I would look to Los Angeles. The only reason why it works is because the deal is still working. But the second that pendulum tips just a little bit, that's going to be one of the first ones that goes down. And that's, by the way, I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but that's why I'm learning to fly a helicopter. Because I'm up and out. Because there's no public transport, there's no roads, there's no way to get the out of there. But you got a helicopter, you got a shot.
The election, we got a new mayor here. Bloomberg is up.
I didn't even know there was an election. I honestly don't. I don't pay attention at all.
It's funny 'cause
Bankers get bonuses of anywhere. The upper echelon get from like 10 million up to 100 million, and the president of the United States makes like 400 grand a year. So right there, I watched enough wrestling to see a rigged game, and there's like people with YouTube channels making as much as the leader of the free world. So I just think he's set up to be bribed, and you act accordingly. So basically anybody who comes at me going these the conservative right or these liberals, like I just zone out. I can't even talk to you if you're actually still looking at it like those are two choices that you're getting. You're not. It's the same. Once you get past a certain level, it just seems like it's
all the same.
Yeah, you've jumped in the river. And you act accordingly, or you get that convertible ride in Dallas.
Let's say with you are major conspiracy theorist.
I'm a realist, though.
Yes.
Conspiracy theory has gotten a bad name where now it's become synonymous with like moronic thought. Like if you're into conspiracy theory, if you think like the bankers need to be stopped, then you also think the moon is made out of cheese, and you think that there's shifters and like lizard people. You know, they just try to knock it down. It's like this country started with a conspiracy. That's how it came. We won, so they're considered heroes and rebels, you know, whatever, revolutionaries. But if they lost, they would be hanged for conspiring.
My team and I always had trouble managing our tasks.
And yeah, we watching this commercial because guess what? I ain't got no
task
editing right
owner,
now.
what
I
the
am not
deadline is,
editing
change the
nothing.
status.
This
and
is
it's all in
live,
one
people.
place.
Yeah, it's not like it spontaneously happened.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden everybody just picked up a gun and started shooting at the British. You know, they sat around.
They planned it out.
They planned it out.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting tired of these people. What do you
It's funny when you said we won. I'm like, did we really win? But I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Now,
Oh, is that African American thing?
yeah.
So, Bill, I heard you were the first comic on the new Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. I heard something funny happen on that show. Can you tell us more?
All right, I did the Tonight Show, and I was the first guy on it. All right, and what happened was, you know, they had to work some bugs out. So
does
for
he
some
have a
reason, they
firefighter
told
shirt
me,
on?
they said, make that when they introduce you, don't just walk directly to the microphone. Give yourself a nice entrance. They said, make a nice little, like a little,
Oops.
like that, whatever that's called, little chandelle, right? Something like that, right? So they did. So they introduced me, so I'm like, all right, don't walk right towards us. So I start doing this long thing, and all the band plays, they play like 4 notes. They just go da 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 da. So they were on like the 3rd note, and I was like the friggin' microphone felt like it was up at the bar. Max Weinberg sitting there, you know, got like carpal tunnel trying to keep his roll going. I was like, I think I didn't say, oh shit, I almost said that. I said something weird, and then I had to kind of run to the microphone. Then I began it, and I addressed. I was like, man, that was a long walk. And then everybody just sort of pulled back for some. I just felt the crowd. They just kind of felt like they just got off like the backdraft ride up the street at Universal. And my first punchline was, that's what you get, you dumb bitch. And I remember that ate it. And all I heard was the band laughing a little bit. And I ate my balls for a good 40 seconds, I mean. Good 40 seconds. And I remember thinking in my head like, wow, I am bombing on the Tonight Show.
Now, you're kind of legendary amongst comics, at least in Sacramento, for being able to do urban rooms and kill them. And that's my question is there any specific preparing that you
Urban.
do when you do an urban room, or you just do your regular material?
Yeah, I rent car wash, and I watch. No, it was.
Soul Glow.
Yeah, Soul Glow. I watch that. I make sure I get buy a couple of Red Fox albums. I start talking like this when I get on stage.
Who edited that?
That's what I
in
do.
there?
It's an entirely different thing. No, I'm not going to lie to you. I've definitely, when I've been struggling on stage in front of a black crowd, all of a sudden I start going, you know what I'm saying? After a lot of my jokes, which is completely not organic to how I speak. So if any black person in the crowd hadn't realized at that point that I was eating my balls, the second I start going, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, he's bombing, isn't he?
What do you think about population, world population?
At least he's honest.
Completely out of control.
Well, what about be fruitful and multiply?
I think we did that. I think we achieved that goal, and it's time to move on to something else. I mean, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Like, I think we need to kind of curb the babies for a minute, let some older people die off, you know, and I don't know. I think like a good number's about, I don't know, about 500 million.
Oh, really?
600, let the oceans come back.
Yeah, but how do you choose?
Give people some space
But you're not,
again.
you're not talking about death panels. You're just talking about attrition.
Yeah, just, you know.
Birth control then.
Birth control, old people die, somebody falls off a ladder.
Right.
You gradually, you know, you taper it off.
Here's what I think, maybe get rid of seatbelts. I mean, there's some things we could do to move
Yeah,
things
just
along.
get rid of medicine.
Get rid of medicine.
Yeah, all these diseases we're trying to stop is nature actually keeping us in check, but we can contemplate like love and loss and our own mortality. So we think these diseases are bad. They are bad, but animals get them all the time, and it keeps them in check. And we stopped all of that shit.
Get rid of medicine.
Get rid of medicine. Get rid of
Live a healthy
hospitals.
life. Eat well. Get rid of
Dude,
pesticides.
if it wasn't for modern medicine, I wouldn't even be talking to you right now. I should not be here. I had a ruptured appendix in 1980. I should have died under a stack of wool blankets on the prairie. I did.
Eating green jello?
Yeah, and no, here I am. Just walking around, taking up space, driving a car, polluting a river in my own way, adding my hole to the ozone layer. I mean, I don't know what the solution is, but, you know. How are
What do y'all think about that? I don't even know. Is there too many people in the world? Should we get rid of medicine for like 5 years? See who makes it, see who doesn't make it. I'm laughing, but that is some scary stuff, people. We cannot. I don't know, people.
How are you? How's it going?
I'm great.
This is the exciting backstage area, huh? Look at it.
It's so scenic.
Huh? Jesus, they always gotta pour out whatever's going on. Just in case you forget it, Eddie Poe. We're at the Moon Tower Comedy and Oddity Fest. What is the oddity part? Do they have like contortionists?
I don't know. I've been to a festival where they had like a snake man, where he's just like he's got tattoos of snake scales and he's full tongue.
I've seen that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you do after you look at him? That's gonna be like a 3-minute show. All right. You did that to yourself. Now watch, he'll fucking bite me on the neck today. Hope I don't see him.
I got just random questions that we can ask to anybody, and I
Did you
feel
make that hat?
No, this is my hat. Everyone hates this hat.
It's horrific.
It's an awful hat. You can't even wear. It's just like.
Yeah, no, that looks like the prototype for a hat. Like the first hat ever made. Look at this shit.
It might be.
It's coming unglued.
I saw that on Pawn Stars. Do you want to draw the first question?
Yeah, considering I already touched the hat. Yeah, absolutely. Who's the poor bastard who cut these things up? All right, remove your. Sorry, put your bastard if your mom's watching. No?
In the next 60 seconds, I'm going to show you
Another
exactly
ad,
how you
man,
can
look.
get paid $1,000, $1,500,
Hit that subscribe button.
$2,500 a month.
Remove your pants. It says, have you ever accidentally or on purpose stepped in human or animal poop while barefoot?
No.
No, but I did accidentally pick up human shit with my hand. My brother got drunk and took a shit in the tub. And I came in the next morning, like I woke up the next morning and I saw it looked like a wet washcloth. And I went down to pick it up. And it was one of the worst experiences of my life. And I woke up all my brothers just calling them out. Just going, hey, and then fucking wake up. Did you shit in the shower? That's how I woke it up. And I remember my dad went in and was cleaning it up. And when I told him I thought it was a washcloth, it was one of the hardest I ever saw him laugh. So yeah, no, I never stepped in it. See, that was a good one. What is your favorite Pokemon and Pixar? I don't know. Too old for that. I have no idea what that is. That's that creepy little yellow thing. Yeah, those eyes. Last one. Here you go. How good are you at Sega? I suck at it. I was not allowed to have video games when I was a kid because my parents thought it would affect my schoolwork. They didn't let me play sports either because they also thought that was going to affect my schoolwork. But I showed them, and I flunked everything anyways.
Oh shit. Oh man, that's great, man.